Anyway, good morning. How's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody's having a good day. So I'm watching, so we're talking about I'm not watching it now, I watched it. The movie Field of Dreams as a 1989 American sports fantasy drama. That's a real good romantic story about ghosts, baseball ghosts to be specific. But, they didn't say that. The history of baseball is basically what this thing talks about, tells you about. So this is this guy, our hero, what do they call him? Ray. Ray buys gets married, buys a ranch in Iowa. As they start the movie off, and as he's making money, he's got kids, and he hears voices whispering to him from the field, "Build it, they will come." So he builds him a baseball diamond in the cornfield. He talks next down the corn, and Shoeless Joe Jackson shows up, who died in 1951. I told you it was about ghosts. And then they talk to him a little bit, and then he shows up, and then he brings the 1919 Black Sox team in there, and they go. He gets to go on a road trip to get a writer and another baseball player, and takes his little VW bus. Driving around the country to pick these people up. The writer was a little obstinate, threw him out of the house 3 or 4 times, and he had to kidnap him and get him going, and turned out to be a pretty interesting little setup they had going. They were riding in the bus on the freeway back to Iowa, and they picked up a hitchhiker. They talked to the baseball player as an old man, as a doctor, and, he was a ghost. Then they picked the same doctor up as a young kid further down the road, and they ended up coming back to the field, and he joined the team that nobody could see on the field. And his brother-in-law was trying to get him to sell the farm because the property was valued. They wanted to build houses or something on it, and you know how it goes. He was raising corn and baseball, ghost players. Anyway, so this turned out to be a pretty good movie. It keeps you on the edge of your seat. It's suspenseful. What are they going to do next? Why are they going to do it? They don't really explain why they're doing it. They just do it, show it to you, which is the way they should do this. They had a pretty good family set up at home. The wife was following the husband's lead. And it turned out to be a really, really good movie. And, towards the end of it, it's kind of a happily ever after movie, too. So towards the end of it, after the kid baseball player turned it back into a doctor to save the daughter that fell off because the brother-in-law basically scared her off the back of the bleachers. It turned out to be a pretty good little movie. It's really interesting. They had lots of twists and turns, and I'm going to run out of stuff to talk about this movie shortly. So anyway, they did a pretty good job with it. I liked it. I keep saying that. I don't know why. Bet you could probably get drunk on me saying that today. But it turned out to be, a classic, good one. This has lots of stories involved in it, the twists and turns. If you like baseball, this is a pretty good romantic comedy. If you think about baseball as romantic, but they should have got the Ghostbusters out there on the field to help them out to control the ghosts. Everybody left into the field to go back to heaven or wherever they came from in the 1960s. But at the end, everybody keeps telling him, they will come. You built it, they will come. Then the writer even says it after he disappears into the cornfield to figure out what's going on. And write the story about what happened there. And next thing you know, you look off to the left of the screen, or they pan to the left, or you look off to the left over where the road's at, and you see a whole 50, 40 miles of cars lined up to get to the baseball field so they can watch the games go on. They've got their own reserved seat and bleachers along the base lines on both sides, third and first. And it turns out to be a pretty good movie. I liked it. I mean, you definitely got to go watch it. If you don't like these kind of older movies, then I'm probably talking to myself, which is fine by me. I guess I like doing that. Anyway, so this movie was directed or distributed by Universal Pictures in the United States. Oh, it also was distributed internationally by Churro Pictures. Okay. So it was released in May 5th, 1989 in the United States. Probably internationally at the same time. They had 108 minutes. It was 108 minutes long. The country of origin was United States. It was English. They spent $15 million on this movie. Probably had to buy all the crops they destroyed and buy the bus to run around. So it was a low-budget film for even then. Then the box office. They made $84.4 million. Now, this kind of movie, I would recommend you watch this one a lot. I like it. And if you don't wear the VHS tape out or the DVD, whichever way you got it out, you're not doing it right. So anyway, we'll talk to you later on the next one, and we'll see how it goes. Bye now.
Ha ha ha!